nuts. He's going for the double.
Triple, actually.
Oh, going for the triple.
Probably got to kind of happen simultaneously.
What do you got now? One?
At least one, probably two.
Let's take a look down the hole. Oh, it's a big one. Nice. Nice perch.
Take it.
Beautiful work.
Okay.
So we are hammering them. This ice, there's Todd in the background. He's also hammering them. And there's a zillion. There's probably 100 people in that clown car right there. We're hammering them. This ice has only been fished by us one time so far this year.
I already have fish on.
And the perch are thick. They're on the camera thick. The kids are catching them like crazy. And nothing beats a fly rig in a situation like this. It gets you down the bottom faster. It gets you two baits going at the same time. And it's just working like crazy. Oh, nice pig, nice fish. Beautiful. We got some tip-ups out. We're hoping for a lake or a pike or a salmon.
Seen some bass on the camera.
Yeah, the bass.
What's going on?
There's huge sunfish out here. And life is good.
Woohoo!
Those are two nice pigs.
Got my biggest one just now. Double!
Woohoo! Sweet! Can I see the double? I said there was a million. Oh, I just heard Melanie's cranking again. Can I see the double? Oh yeah. Fish everywhere. Fish on camera. Like you're reading stuff. Really, man? Real fast, real fast. Reel it in fast. Crank it, crank it. What do you say, Clara?
This is amazing! Wait, is that
Oh,
turtle?
it's coming, it's coming.
Whoa,
Oh yeah, look at that beauty. What do you say, little friend?
Whoa!
Oh.
Something huge, that's all I know.
Yeah, you gotta be careful when that thing slides.
Yeah,
Yeah, watch the bobber.
That bobber can be
You don't grab
a
it.
thing.
Hard.
Alright, okay, watch the
Oh,
bobber, watch the bobber.
he's going, he's going.
Okay.
Good job.
You keep tension. I'm just,
Keep pulling line.
It was taking it. Yeah, he's taking it. What do you think it is, Fuzz?
I think it's a lake trout. Or
Wait.
maybe a salmon. No, lake trout. Salmons fight way more.
Yeah.
this is like the most tip-up action
That
we've
is
had
like-
in how many years?
The first 10 years of my ice fishing life, all we did was yank it
Okay, it's
and pull hard
Oh,
until the line
okay,
broke
right here.
or random. Oh, dude, that's not tiny. Yeah.
Sure?
Well, it ain't a throwback. That's.
Oh, do you want it?
Yeah, man. Mike John Ball's out of cooking. I'm like, you know what? I don't know when the last time was I ever actually ate one of these things.
If you cook
Not
them today,
Here.
that's a good fish.
Yes, no.
I don't want to. I don't want to catch the line.
Yeah, that's the.
Alright.
I figure I'll be more careful.
If you eat them the day you catch them, don't freeze them. That's
Alright.
the main thing.
It is a keeper.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could see.
Ah.
Yeah, that's like a perfect eater actually. Gaffing's hard.
What are you doing?
I'm trying not to get the line.
Oh, right?
I tried to gaff that last one. I realized, man, I don't know. Oh, nice job on the back tub.
So, this is my lure here, and from Roger Riggs, and we're watching that screen, and we're going to see my lure out there. So
All right.
get down there.
Let's get that thing down there. How many fish are on the screen? Woohoo! Okay, it's getting lower. Oop, there it drops, and there's your flies. All right, close your bail, get ready. Oh, you got one!
That one.
Whoa!
It's a big one.
Let's see. Reel it in, little goof.
So, Dewey is a Dewey.
Let's see. What do you got? What do you got? Oh yeah!
Yeah, that's huge.
Nice work. All right, guys, we found some beautiful sunfish, big ones. We're using a tungsten, working it down on a Vexlar. Oh, and they're already coming up. But their bite is minute. I mean, it's just, oh, that was a bite right there. It is just a half a centimeter of motion, and they hit. This one, I think it's a little bit smaller one. Or is it a perch? But we are having a blast. It's weird. Oh, that's a sunny. Out where that sled is out there, it's all perch. Come in here 60, 70 yards, and it's most of these sunfish with a mix of a couple perch on them. But that's it, we're catching, and we're catching them on a microplastic and a tungsten. What do you got? What do you got? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fun.
They are fun.
Pretty.
Nice work.
Pretty fish.
We found a good spot here. Very nice.
Funny that they're consistently here. They were right here last.
Yep.
Funny.
Haha.
Oh, hi.
TJ, what have you done?
I don't know. I got the king of the sea.
Whoa! I was trying to show TJ how to catch these big sunfish, and he failed. Failed completely at the sunnies.
Oh my god.
That's a beauty. 2-pound test line, tungsten. Any comments, thoughts?
My mind's blown. I thought this was a pumpkin seed.
I thought so too. Awesome. All right, better get back down there and see if we can get another one.
Yeah.
Let me see it. Hold the doubles up. Nice. And the one you just caught. Wait, can I just take a peek in your bucket? Look at those pigs. Jolly good show.
Rogers rigs, they work.
That was sweet. All right, this is a better spot. I'm gonna drop mine down. Actually, I'm gonna watch you. Yeah, if you just cut a double, I'm gonna watch this right through. See what happens.
My toes are freezing. That's when you know the fish are biting.
Yep, toes freezing, hands freezing. Hit it on bottom. Yeah, we both been doing this, just kind of taking it out of our hands. Taking it out of our hands, setting it right on the ice, dead stick with a little bit of pressure, and then watching for the movement. Oh, Melanie's hooked up. I see you over there. Oh, and we got one here. All right, we gotta see who's gonna reel in, get it in first.
Oh, this is huge.
Oh, sweet.
I think I got a double again.
Sweet. This is a good hole, worth you kicking out. Nice.
I got weeds.
Nice perch. What'd you get? Oh, I see it flopping. Good show. Oh. All right, I'm dropping down.
Do anything wrong here.
Oh yeah. Is that the third double you got out of that hole?
Yes.
Nice. And there's Todd in the background hammering them too.
Trying for a triple, but hey.
Doubles are good.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
Nice. All right, we are hammering some beautiful perch. And TJ, bring that beautiful perch. We were hammering some beautiful sunfish. Look at that thing.
Oops, nice.
We ended up catching a pile of perch that day and those big sunfish. There's a time in the middle of the winter sometimes in those bigger lakes where the concentration gets perfect. The oxygen level, the weeds, the feed, everything draws fish from a long area away into one spot, and that's when you can really have fun with them. That's what we always are bringing kids out there and everything and trying to pound them and catching fish left and right. That's what you can see in the underwater video, and I want to go over the detail how we do that when the fish are biting, how to catch the fish when they're biting. I've spent a fair amount of time on other videos how to get the perch to bite when they're not biting, using those, the tungstens and the microplastics, and working them on the Vexilar. But there's a time for that, and there's a time when the fish are stacked up like that to switch gears and to pick them up fast. If you're not dropping down pretty quick on an active school like that, if the action slows, they find somewhere else to go. And the way we do that, what you saw in that video, is Perch Fly Rigs. The old timers for years, I mean, it's nothing new. This has been 60, 80 years people have used basically 2 flies and a weight on the bottom. This is, when I grew up fishing, that's what the old timers were using. That's what everybody was using. They may not even have had a jig pole. They were probably using a stick with a big heavy weight at the bottom. Sometimes that was a spark plug at the bottom, and 2, sometimes 3 or 4 flies up above, a swivel, and their rod. That is what works when the fish are stacked up like that. The reason that works is the distance, the weed bed is here, the distance off bottom has to be exactly the same, and it has to be quick. I actually use these weights or a bass casting sinker because it'll drop straight down. That allows me to fish right next to my buddy. Because you'll see, in the underwater camera videos, you'll see the perch start to collect up. That lure disappears, the fish disappear. The lure comes back, the fish come back. So I like to drop straight down. I like to have 1 or 2 people within about 10 to 12 feet of me. So there's always a lure down there keeping the action coming. And it actually has a synergy effect. It'll actually draw in more and more fish as they see more and more action going on. And we don't jig it. You'll see it even when my little daughters, Lydia and Clara, all they're doing is just getting it to sit on bottom, pulling a little bit of a tension on, and I like using these spring bobbers, pulling just enough tension so that between the bottom weight and that spring is just enough to show the little bit of action. That's a light bite spring bobber. So I've been using these for years. About 6 years ago, I tied up one of these things, a setup like this. I put it in a Ziploc bag and put it up on eBay and said, Perch Fly Rig works great on schooling perch, and it sold within about an hour. Since then, me and my buddies and my wife have been making these fly rigs, putting them in bags and selling them on the internet by the thousands, which makes for fairly tired fingers. But the reason people are buying these things is because they work. They're not perfect for every situation, but they're certainly what I have. When I have my bucket I have a rod, this rod right here, set up with a fly rig. I have a rod with 2-pound test lines set up with a tungsten, and I have a rod with a chain jig and a fly above. And that for me kind of covers the range of the tempo of the fish for the day. If they're slow, I'm going with the tungsten. If they're kind of mid-range, I use that chain jig. And if they're fast, there is nothing better than that fly rig. And part of the reason is the time it takes to drop back down. You could be, yes, you're catching them every drop on a tungsten. But it takes me 2.5 minutes to get that drop done. And meanwhile, my 6-year-old daughter with this little jiggity right here with almost 1 ounce weight on the bottom, she's down in about 7 seconds. That's how long it takes to go down 32 feet with a 1 ounce jig. 7 seconds, you're back in there, bounce-de-bounce, hold still, watch the spring bobber, you can catch 1, 2 at a time. And it's one of the easiest ways to fish too. You can see like TJ caught on with that pretty quick. He had never used a fly rig before that day. I set that up on his jig pole there that day, and he had it mastered. We were catching fish. So I really wanted to highlight the effectiveness of a fly rig. You can set them up yourself. You can check out at rogersrigs.com. We've got a lot of them. We've tied up, and we've got those all those setups that we use over there. And I really also want to emphasize taking kids fishing. You'll see, just look at the smiles in that video. They talk about, the priorities. When you start ice fishing, all you want to do is catch a fish. And then once you've caught a fish, then all you want to do is catch your limit of fish. And when you can consistently catch your limit of fish, now you don't really care about the numbers so much as you want to catch your trophy fish. I don't know that that's the best progression of fishing, really. I think what it is learning how to fish and then sharing that, especially with young people, and getting them into it, because there is no more fun than seeing the smiles or the bugged out eyes of a kid that just caught the fish of his lifetime. And I think that's really the emphasis. So good luck out there. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.